Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode of Locker Room Talk. I'm Ryan.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Robert.
For fuck's sake, Ramos.
Brian.
And today we're going to be here talking about the NFL draft. So I'm going to kick it over to Tyler.
Yeah, so today we are going to be doing our own mock draft instead of looking up one on NFL.com. So I pulled this up, and we'll be making our own picks, and we'll be deciding which prospects will go to each team. So if you guys are ready,
Whenever
do
you
this.
are.
All right.
Ready?
All right, so I
So
think a
with-
pretty obvious one, though. Number one overall. Come on, that's
Okay,
Joe
yeah.
Burrow.
So
That's Joe Burrow.
for the Bengals, I think we can all agree that Joe Burrow is going
Pretty
number one.
obvious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless anyone has something to say about that.
I don't
Nah,
have
all
any
good?
objections.
Consensus.
Burrow goes number one. Number two, my personal opinion, I think that Chase Young is the guy to go here, just
Yeah.
because he's the best prospect
I
in
don't
the
know.
draft.
Well,
But
here we
what do
go,
you guys
Ramos.
think?
I feel.
Ramos?
Listen, this is bold, but the NFL draft, something bold happens every year. I think it happens at 2. The general manager for Washington has publicly admitted that he thought Dwayne Haskins was dyslexic because he didn't know how to read a playbook. And they just brought in a new coach in Ron Rivera. He's going to want to run the whole team by himself his way. I think at 2, they get starting with a new quarterback, and they'll pick up Tua Tagovailoa.
That's a bold prediction. It's a
That's
very
just-
bold prediction.
For some reason, I feel like the
Mock
Redskins
drafts.
may pick up Cam Newton.
Possibility.
Yeah, no,
I kinda do
honestly,
too,
I wouldn't be
but
surprised if they went out and got Cam Newton either.
Yeah, I think they're pretty set at quarterback, so I would say they're going to go Chase Young.
All right. So it's 3-1.
Yeah, we're going to
Chase
say
Young
Chase
is
Young.
the pick here for the Redskins. At number 3, the Detroit Lions.
All right. The
What do you
Lions
guys
have
think?
no defense. They need corners and they need fast corners. So Jeff Okudua is going to the Lions.
Jeff Okudah.
Okuda.
I also
sorry.
think Jeff Okudah. I think he's the best fit for the Lions, and I don't think the Lions are going to be taking Isaiah Simmons or Derrick Brown because those aren't like as big of needs as cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree.
We're all in
Honestly,
agreement.
I-
That's the second unanimous pick.
Jeff Okudah. Now I think there might be a trade up by the Lions, but we'll see what happens. We're not doing trades here.
We can't predict trades.
Yeah, we can't predict trades, so we'll just keep it as is. At number 4, the New York Giants. We got a couple of New York Giants fans in this
Yes, sir.
Stop, man.
Yes, sir.
podcast.
Ramos, you know a lot more about football. You start off.
Yep. Ramos, you
All
start
right.
off, Giants.
As a diehard Giants fan and diehard football fan, it's very obvious that the Giants' defense last year was bottom half of the league. It got no edge rush, pressure on the quarterback. We made Dak Prescott look like a second coming of God week 1 where he threw for 435 yards. I think the clear consensus pick is to get debatably the most versatile and athletic defensive player, not the most talented, but the most versatile and athletic player here. Get Isaiah Simmons, hybrid linebacker, safety, can really play anything you need. I think he's the go-to pick for the Giants.
I don't necessarily disagree, but I don't even know a lot about football, and I know the Giants had a shit ton of sacks last year. So I think they're going to need to bolster up their offensive line, protect their new quarterback, Daniel Jones, and I think they're going with offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs.
I believe that they're also going to go offensive line because the Giants did pick up a couple of linebackers in free agency. And there's also talks that they may pick up Anthony Harris from the Vikings, who's a free safety. So I don't really see where Simmons would fit in the starting lineup on defense. So I believe the Giants select Mekhi Becton to protect Daniel Jones and help Saquon out in the run game.
Well, back to my point, there's already been reports that the Giants have fell in love with Simmons. And to answer your question about where he'd fit in the starting lineup, so the Giants run a 3-4. So they'll have 3 defensive linemen, and then they'll have 4 linebackers. And if they draft Simmons, he would be like the nickel linebacker. So he'd be like a outside linebacker surrounded by Ryan Connolly, Blake Martinez, and on the other outside would be O'Shawn Zimenez. And their newly signed Kyler Fackrell would just be like a plug-in, like rotator guy. So even though the offensive line is a huge need, so like I'm not disagreeing with you, like in the sense of Becton or worse, because they're both great players. But I just feel like, especially since the Giants' defense has been bad pretty much since that they won their Super Bowl, I feel like Isaiah Simmons is like a generational talent that you can't pass up on, even though they also desperately need an O-line.
All right.
Bert, so
Bert,
it's up
weigh
to
in.
you.
You haven't
Who
said
you
anything
think?
yet.
that sounded really smart, Ramos, but I'm gonna say it's a sack of shit. I was debating about whether or not it was gonna be Wirfs or Becton, and to be honest, I kind of like Becton a little bit more, so I'll go with Becton.
All right, so Becton
That's-
got 2 votes. So
2 to 1 to 1.
the
So
New York
Becton.
Giants select Mekhi Becton, protecting Daniel Jones for the future. All right, at number 5, my team, the Miami Dolphins. Now, there's so many players they can pick in this position, but you already know who I believe is going to be the pick here, and that's our franchise quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I think it's a great pick for the Dolphins. I don't think he'll start right away. I think they'll
Fitzpatrick.
they
Huh?
Yeah,
being that they have Fitzpatrick, I think they'll use, especially because Tua has numerous injury concerns. I think they're just going to use, like he'll probably might play his rookie year, but like they're going to spend like week 1. Fitzpatrick will probably be the starter, grooming Tua until he's
I agree.
ready to take the NFL offense.
I agree. I thought it was
Yeah.
kind of interesting though, how a lot of mock drafts recently are saying. Okay. Sorry, Ryan's background.
Yeah, sorry.
music,
Apparently my
but,
toaster oven's on fire. Yeah, I'll just mute myself real quick. But I also think Tua is the
Okay.
one that they're gonna pick.
No,
Right,
what,
Bert, what were you gonna say?
what I was saying before was I'm surprised a lot of mock drafts recently have been saying that Herbert will go over Tua, but I'm kind of really
Yeah.
doubtful of that, especially from the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are definitely going with Tua as number 1.
Yeah,
That's their first round
also,
pick.
they say 2 is the biggest risk, but like not for us because we got 3 first-round picks. So we could take the risk on Tua. It's not like he's our only
And
first-round pick.
there's always Lawrence next year if you guys suck again.
Yeah, we'll have both Tua and Lawrence. Imagine that. All right, so Tua will be going number 5 to the Miami Dolphins. Number 6, the Los Angeles Chargers.
All right.
News came out today. They're going to be a Hard Knocks team this year.
Really?
One of the Hard Knocks team.
Yeah, it's the Rams and the Chargers actually like combined.
Yep. All right, so Chargers. What are you guys feeling here?
I feel like they're definitely going quarterback. Phillip Rivers just left with the Colts.
Yeah.
I feel like the debate is Herbert or Love. Now, I've only seen Herbert play live, but going off what I heard, I feel like Jordan Love has the highest ceiling, but Herbert is ready now. But I don't know, something tells me Jordan Love would just fit perfectly in that Charger system. So I actually think Jordan Love.
So I actually am going to agree with Brian here. I know the Chargers right now, based on where they are, like as a team, I don't think that they're ready to win now. So taking a year or 2 to try and build their team and groom Jordan Love into a better quarterback, to be a better quarterback that he can be, that they are going to take Jordan Love for this pick.
I disagree. I think they're going Herbert all the way.
I also believe they're going Herbert just because of
Yeah.
his athletic ability. I feel like they may fall in love with that.
I think they also think he's more of like an NFL ready quarterback. And honestly, the Chargers are kind of a team that wants to contend.
Yeah,
With
after
Phil
picking
Rivers
up
last
Chris
year,
Harris.
they really 2 years ago, Chargers made the playoffs and they fucking blew it against the Patriots. But
Here's the thing, I know. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay,
Sorry.
no. So then this past year, they were supposed to again go to the playoffs. You know, people were picking them as like possible Super Bowl contenders. And then it just didn't work out. They lost a ton of games by like 7 points or less or something like that, I saw. which is a shit show for them. So I feel like if they want to win now, which I still think they kind of do, I would go with Justin Herbert as that option.
Yeah, they also got a nasty defense. So I
Yeah.
feel like if they pick Herbert and he's ready enough to play towards like the second half of the season, I could see them going to the playoffs.
Exactly. They have weapons too. They have Eckler and
Yeah.
Kyle. Or
They lost
Keenan
Melvin
Allen.
Gordon, but
Do we want to flip a
Eckler.
coin? Is
Gordon was
that
not
who
good.
our, how our
Yeah,
pick is
we're
gonna
going to
be?
flip a coin on
All
for
right,
this.
hold on. I'm gonna use my phone. Flip a coin. What do we
Heads
got?
will be Herbert, tails will be
Preparing to
Love.
flip. Flipping. It's heads. We never
Alright, so-
decided. We said Herbert was heads.
Yeah, I said Herbert was heads, Love was
Alright.
tails.
Herbert
Alright.
is going to the Chargers.
Yeah, but it could go either way
It really
Yeah.
could.
come draft day. All right, number 7, the Panthers.
All right, I
So,
see. I don't know.
who wants to
Is-
start?
I didn't think or like expect Isaiah Simmons to be available because like I thought I still think he's going to New York regardless of you guys saying Becton. But if hypothetically Simmons was still available, the Panthers like especially because their D line they're getting up there in age, not really good, and you need to get pressure on guys like Drew Brees, Matt Ryan. I feel like Derek Brown has to be that. He's like that play. Like he'll be meant for Carolina. So like, I feel like Derek Brown should go to the Carolina Panthers.
I agree.
Yeah, I
And
think
the
Derek
defensive
Brown is the
tackle.
pick. He's a beast on the
Solid
defensive
choice.
line.
Solid choice.
So Derek Brown, guys.
Yeah.
All right, Derek Brown going 7. Simmons is slipping right now. Let's see where he's gonna go. The Cardinals. I feel like they're gonna go offensive lineman here. They have
So
to
do I.
protect Kyler
Yeah.
Murray. He was like I think the second most sacked quarterback in the league last year,
Mm-hmm.
behind Fitzpatrick. I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah,
that's
Daniel
his
Jones
Dolphin
and
stuff.
Lamar Jackson were also up there in QB hits. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely I
They
can see.
certainly need an O-line.
Yeah. The lineman I think they're gonna take is Tristan Wirfs.
I think so too. I agree.
He is. I think he's.
I like him more than Willis, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do I.
Also, Willis is a right tackle, and Wirfs is a left. He played left tackle in college, so
Mhm.
they're going to need to protect Kyler Murray's blind side with
Mhm.
Wirfs. Guys,
I
good
agree.
with that?
I fully
Alright.
agree.
Wirfs it is. Now the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who
All
are
right.
they going to take?
I am gonna have to rethink what I had because I originally had them taking Mekhi Becton because I didn't think the Giants were gonna take him. But I think they also were gonna go offensive tackle. Try and upgrade their position to they're gonna need an O-line.
Mhm.
So I don't know who they're gonna take. Maybe Wills, because he's slipped a little bit. But I don't know.
I think the Jaguars just go best available player and just go with Simmons just to
I was
beef up
thinking the
that
same
defense
thing.
back.
I think they
Because
want to revamp their
if you see
defense. too.
Simmons there at 9, I don't know if you could pass him up. Like the only other player I see them taking is C.J. Henderson, but other than that, I think it's Simmons. I don't think they pass up
Yeah,
on him.
I see them taking Simmons too. Because once again, I still think this is like a fantasy land where he makes it to 9, considering his talent. But even though Jacksonville
Just the
doesn't,
way the board goes.
even though Jacksonville doesn't need linebackers, but like Tyler, you said it perfectly. You gotta go best player available. See if you can even sneak a trade in, like they're rumored to do, because they're trying
Yeah.
to pack Yannick Ngakoue. But when you got a guy like
Absolutely.
Isaiah Simmons on the board, I feel you got to take him, even if you don't need a need, because you can always fill depth positions, and Simmons could also play safety.
hmm
That is true.
I'm pretty sure Simmons played mostly safety in college. Like he took the most snaps at the safety position from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So Simmons, everyone?
Simmons sounds good.
All right. Simmons at 9 to the Jaguars. He stopped slipping. Now the Cleveland Browns. Oh, the Browns. What isn't there to say about them? I think they're going offensive linemen to
I think
protect
so too.
Baker.
I agree.
I'm going with Wills.
Wills is a solid choice there.
I was thinking and Andrew Thomas, just because still Wills was the right tackle because he played for Alabama, protecting to his blind side. But I don't disagree with either with Wills as the pick here.
I think Wills is a good pick.
So Wills. All right. Jedrick Wills. The New York Jets.
I'm also
Oh,
an
the
offensive line here.
Jets.
I
Jets.
feel like they go receiver here.
I think
Really?
receiver too, actually.
Just
Because
because they lost Robbie Anderson, they need a new number one receiver.
Yeah.
People
they-
can make the argument that Jameson Crowder is the number one receiver, but he's not really. He's more of a slot guy.
or Quincy.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah, no. So I think the Jets, especially because they have Sam Darnold, the young quarterback, promising future, and the only way to help a quarterback grow is by giving them talent around him. And right now, you can't really say there's much talent. Now, this year's wide receiver draft class is probably the best it's been in years. So you can make an argument for any of the top three we're seeing on that list right now. But I feel like the Jets are going to go Jerry Jeudy because he's the most complete player, as he's one of the fastest in this draft class, and he's the best, like arguably the best route runner. And the way you get open is being a good route runner, and that's what Sam Darnold's going to need, especially for the Jets going in the future. So I think Jerry Judy's the pick here, although I could see them going CD Lamb as well, or Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, also, I think they go with Jerry Jeudy as well. I think he's the best receiver in this draft class
I
by a
agree.
little bit with CD Lamb. But I like Jerry Jeudy here with the Jets. Because also they need someone for Darnold to throw to when they face the Dolphins twice every year with our corners. So,
All right. Jerry Jeudy is the pick.
Jerry Jeudy, everyone agrees with that?
I'm fine with that.
All right. Jerry Jeudy. The Las Vegas Raiders just moved to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got here? I
I
also
think-
think a receiver goes here.
I think
Not
so.
gonna
I think
lie.
CD Lamb is going to go probably to the Raiders.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I had if the Jets were going to pick a wide receiver, I was going to say they were going to pick CD. But if you say the Jets already took, or if the Jets took Jerry Jeudy, then obviously
think that, yeah.
the Raiders are going to
Yeah.
take CD.
Think
I
go
think it
back
was
to
going to
back
be. I
receivers.
think in reality, it's going to be one or the other. If the Jets don't take CD, I think the Raiders are going to take Jeudy, and if the Jets take Jeudy, I think the Raiders are going to take CD.
Yeah.
Right, CD Lamb then going to Vegas. The 49ers, I believe they go receiver here
I
after
think so
losing
too.
after losing Emmanuel Sanders in free agency.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like, they just need to give Garoppolo a weapon.
I think you
and
take
I think the
Ruggs.
best one left is probably Henry Ruggs III.
I
Yeah.
think it's either Henry Ruggs or Justin Jefferson. I think Justin Jefferson could make
I actually really like Justin
a claim there.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
He was really, really good in
Are we
CBF
flipping
playoff.
another coin?
He had a strong year. I don't know. I feel like Henry Ruggs the third year, just because he's like a very explosive player when you watch him play at Bama. Like the way, like half of his catches were touchdowns. And with the 49ers, if you look at their offensive statistics last year, Kyle Juszczyk was their leading receiver. Even when they had Emmanuel Sanders for half the season, Kyle Juszczyk was their leading receiver, and he's their fullback. And just to go to show how the NFL views fullbacks, they just recently put up a top like all decade team, and they didn't even put a fullback on there. And the fact that their fullback was leading receiver, that just goes to show you in desperate need they are for a wide receiver. And I think a guy like Ruggs can help and fit in the Niners system, especially with the type of offense that they run.
I'm going
Yeah, I
Ruggs.
agree
So
with
we're
that.
tied.
You know what?
Wait.
I'm going to go Ruggs here. I think Ruggs is going to be the guy to go to 49ers because they could also run a lot of RPOs, which would allow Ruggs to get open right away since he's such a fast guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll
Right.
help Jimmy Garoppolo make quick decisions because they have like a four-headed monster at running back.
Right.
Mhm.
It's insane. All right. Henry Ruggs is good.
Yep.
All right. The Buccaneers.
The Bucks go O-line. They just got Tom Brady. They need to protect him because he's a little old, so we don't know if he's gonna get injured or anything. So I think they go O-line, try and protect new Brady.
I would have to disagree there. I think they might go running back here, not going to lie. Just because I don't feel like Ronald Jones has proven anything yet to show that he's a everyday starting running back. And giving Tom Brady a good running back will help him out and not make him have to throw at his arm every week. And his arm will be more fresh in the playoffs if they have a good running back to hand off to.
You do bring
Now-
up a fair point.
Now I think, like, if the Giants like this, I feel like if the Giants took Simmons and he never fell, and which means Becton or Wills or Wirfs, like there would be an offensive lineman left. If that offensive lineman was left, I think the Buccaneers would take that lineman. But after that, there's not like the next best offensive lineman is Austin Jackson from USC. And I don't see him going to like the late first, early second.
Andrew Thomas is
Yeah,
the best
Andrew
one.
Thomas was what I was thinking.
But so like looking in this hypothetical, I feel like the Bucs would take DeAndre Swift for the same reason out of Georgia, for the same reason that Tyler said, because like Brady needs a running back, and you've seen it in his times with New England where he needed Sony Michel, James
Yeah.
White, all that. And
The reason he left the Patriots was because he wanted more weapons, and I think the Bucs are going to do just that by picking Swift.
mhm.
I disagree. I think they're going to go Thomas. I think Brady and the Bucs I think they have enough weapons with Godwin and Evans. So I think they'd go O-line, try to protect him, and I'd say Thomas.
Actually, yeah, I'm changing my mind.
I
feel
don't
like-
I don't really think that they really care about running backs that much. I think they think that with Evans and Godwin, they'll be perfectly fine.
Well, if you look at the Patriots, their dynasty, I guess, where they won, 6 Super Bowls and or five Super Bowls in
Yeah.
7 years, 6 years. How much did they run? To be honest, it was passing.
Good amount.
Like,
LeGarrette Blount led the league in rushing touchdowns one year when he was on the Patriots.
well, yeah, because they had a good O line. They're easy to break open. I don't think that they're going to care as much about running when you have an elite quarterback like that.
He's 42 years old.
He still can
I
throw
wouldn't,
the
I wouldn't
ball.
really call him elite still.
Yeah, why not?
He did
Especially
struggle.
after the year he had
You're a
last.
Giants fan. Not you, Tyler. I'm talking to Ramos now.
I'm actually changing my mind. Bert brought up a good point. I forgot Andrew Thomas was still on the board. And
We talked about Andrew Thomas.
Yeah, I don't know why
you
I
said
forgot.
I want an O-line, but no good ones are left. So I said, hey, Andrew Thomas.
I thought Thomas got picked already, but now that I know these on the board, I think Andrew Thomas gets picked here, and you can always find a running back in the later round because you can pretty much find a running back anywhere. So like you can still find that need later, but Andrew Thomas can help protect Brady.
I want anyone who's editing this, because we don't know who it is yet, go back and bring up where we showed him Andrew Thomas is still on the board and just play it right here.
Best offensive lineman is Austin Jackson from USC, and I don't see him going to like the late first, early second.
Andrew Thomas is
Yeah,
the best
Andrew
one.
Thomas was what I was
Andrew
thinking.
But
Okay, cool. Thanks. Go ahead. Move on.
All right.
Please do.
So all you guys say Andrew Thomas?
yeah, it's Thomas.
All right. Thomas goes here. All right. The Denver Broncos got an up-and-coming star in Drew Lock.
I think they're going to be solid this year. I think they're going to go after a defensive lineman. I like Kinlaw.
I
They
think
also
they
could go receiver too.
go cornerback. Oh wait, no, they just got Boye, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, scratch that. I think they go receiver here. I think they pair up. What's the guy's name from Denver? Their top receiver, Cortland Sutton. I think they
Cortland
pair someone up with him. I think they may add another weapon to give Drew Lock.
I think they pick up Justin Jefferson if he's still on the board.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson's still on the board. That's who I think they're going to take.
What do you
What do
say,
you guys
Brian?
think?
Yeah, what do you think, Brian? You were quiet. Awful quiet over there.
This is a tough pick. I don't know.
Ah!
You're ear raping,
What
Brian.
happened to the mic?
I just don't know the definite
Get off the podcast.
Give him the boot. Get him out.
I feel like they'll go if they go receiver, which I think they might actually. I actually think they're going Laviska Shenault Jr. out of Colorado.
Just because he's the
Man, the
highest on the
legend.
board doesn't mean he's the best player, Ramos.
It's not one.
No, he's good.
Top drafts, he had Laviska. And I just think with his speed and strength, and you look at the players in the AFC West in their division, they're not really built for corners. So I think you throw in Laviska's speed, and I think in the Pac-12 offense, Pac-12 conference, sorry. I think with I think it will give Drew Lock that weapon along with Courtland Sutton, and I also think the Broncos could be good this year. They made a lot of improvements, got a better coaching staff. I would watch out, especially with the new format, playoff format. I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos sneak in as a wild card because it's fairly obvious that the Chiefs and
I don't
Mahomes.
think that's this year, Brian. I'm pretty sure it's 2 years from now.
No, the playoff formats for this year was the other rule that they said is in 2 years.
What
Yeah,
other
so
rule?
it's 6 teams, right?
No, they
No,
added
playoff
2
rule was
teams
this
into the
year.
playoffs.
For this season or
Yeah,
in 2
this
years?
season.
Okay,
Weird.
They
Brian,
added
what are you
one
saying
team
about
for
2
each
years then?
division.
Brian, what are you saying about 2 years then?
Hmm?
There's only one playoff.
No,
game.
that's when they add an extra game into the season. They're doing that next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 17-game season.
All right, so who'd you guys say the Broncos are going to take?
My
I said
personal pick is
Kinlaw,
Justin
but
Jefferson.
I
I'm
think
the one that
Jefferson.
didn't pick wide receiver, so.
Ramos, up to you.
I think Laviska.
Football.
Wait, who did you pick, Tyler?
I said Justin Jefferson,
And what did Bert say?
Kinlaw, and then Laviska. So Justin Jefferson wins with 2 votes.
Welcome to the Broncos.
Welcome to the Broncos, Justin. Now the Falcons are up.
The Falcons have plenty on offense, I think. I think they need defense, and I think they're going to go
You say they have Clowney?
no. What?
No, plenty.
I thought I heard.
Plenty,
Oh, okay.
plenty.
I just misheard you.
I think they're going to strengthen their corner. I think they're going to take C.J. Henderson.
I'm right with you. I think so.
Yeah, C.J. Henderson. They just lost. What's his name? Shit.
Their cornerbacks are shit. They're terrible.
Yeah, they don't have anyone.
They were
so-
getting torched. They would lose games. Didn't they lose the Saints 49-20 or something?
It was
terrible.
not pretty.
Yeah. From Florida made.
All right, we're halfway through, and this has
Halfway
already
through.
taken 30 minutes.
All good.
This is gonna be a
The
long
Dallas
podcast.
Cowboys. Ramos or Kohawi, would you like to say anything about the Dallas Cowboys?
I don't really like them personally,
Yeah, no, not particularly.
but they beat up on the Giants. So
We can give them a 3rd rounder, but I guess that wouldn't be fair to any Cowboys fans who watch this. So
yeah, I want it to be a fair
give them
draft.
something
I don't
good.
want it to be rigged because of personal opinion.
Isn't Chasen a defensive end? I didn't know he was linebacker.
I thought so
No,
too.
he is a linebacker.
He's an edge, I think.
Can't he
I thought he was
Can't he
edge.
play both positions?
He probably can.
Yeah, he can. He's
Probably.
Okay,
I'm
Yeah,
going
I
with
think-
him anyway.
I think they go with him then
Me too.
if they see him on the board.
hmm
All right, Clavon.
The Finns.
Miami
Tyler,
Dolphins are up.
you weigh in on this. Who do you think?
Yeah, you go first.
All right. So, knowing the Dolphins, being the huge fan that I am, I
Yeah.
believe the Dolphins go for an offensive tackle here just because that's a major need for us. And now that we have Tua, who has a huge list of injuries back in college, we need to do as much as we can to protect them. So I think we just go with the best offensive tackle on the board, which is Joshua Jones.
I think that's a fair pick.
I was thinking the same actually, but I was thinking of for offensive line. I was thinking of Austin Jackson. I like him from USC.
Ramos, you weigh in on this. You'd be the tying factor.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like me personally, I feel like Josh Jones is a reach. I think if they were going offensive lineman, I actually
They
think
could.
that Austin Jackson. However, I actually think they're going to go the running back route, and they're going to pick up DeAndre Swift.
Here's the thing, though. How many other teams need an offensive line?
A bunch of
How many teams
teams.
do you think are going to draft an offensive line? Because the Dolphins have a pick
In the first
8 picks
round?
later. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have
the
a pick
first
8
round.
picks later.
I think the Saints are a possibility. The Vikings can very well take one. I don't know if Lane Johnson's still in the Eagles. Did he leave the Eagles?
I don't think
Mm,
so.
no, he's still there.
He's still there? Okay. Then maybe not them. The Jaguars and Raiders could also take an offensive lineman. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
But just because since it's just a really big need for us, I think we just go with the best offensive tackle. But what I really think happens is I think the Dolphins are going to try to trade up and try to snag one of those good offensive tackle players that went earlier in the draft. Like I think if a guy like Andrew Thomas or Jedrick Willis drops, I think they're going to try to trade up for him. But since we can't trade up, I think we
Being
just
that
go
we
with
can't
Joshua
decide
Jones.
to trade up, I think they probably take Josh Jones.
All right, so it's 2, and then Bert said you said Austin Jackson, Ramos, and
Yeah.
Swift, so Joshua Jones.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
Back to the Raiders. Raiders are back on the clock. What do you guys think? I think they got
Who did we have them
CeeDee
picking
Lamb?
the first time?
CeeDee Lamb, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
I think they're
We
going
didn't
defense
give
this
them
pick.
Jerry Judy?
We gave Jerry Judy to the Jets.
Yeah, we
Gotcha.
switched them.
Okay.
or whatever,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they go defense here.
I
Me
do
too.
too. I'm
Me too.
looking at Patrick Queen from LSU. He balled out this year, and I think he'd be a good choice.
I think also Patrick Queen, but I could also see them taking Kinlaw.
Yeah, Kinlow's good too, but I still think Queen.
Yeah, I think either one would be a good pick here for them.
I think Queen would be a good pick.
I don't know.
Ramos?
As good as Patrick Queen is, because he did ball out, I think the Raiders need a D line, and I think they go Javon Kinlaw. I'm surprised he's still available at 19 because I think he's going in either the late, I think he's going a top 15 pick. So I'm surprised he's still available at 19. And to bolster the D line, I feel like the Raiders go Javon Kinlaw out of South Carolina.
All right. You know what? I'm also going to say Kinlaw just because from what you said. I think him being right here is going to be a steal for any team that picks him up at 19 or lower. So,
We tied
Howie,
then.
bring out the coin.
All right, coin time.
Heads will be Queen, tails will be Kinlaw.
All right, it is tails.
So they'll be drafting Kinlaw.
Okay.
So we know how this draft is going to be online. Do you think anyone's going to be auto-drafting? Because I think Bill O'Brien should do that. I don't think they trust him with their picks. Let him just
You
auto-draft.
dipshit. Wait, do you guys know? Fun fact: the old GM who they fired and then they hired Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
For both. He actually was a Bosco graduate. They used
Really?
to hype him up all the time, and then he
Oh.
got fired, so they stopped talking about him. Yeah. For this
All
pick,
right.
though, I'm going with
Jaguars back on
Gross
the clock.
Matos or Gross Matos.
They picked Isaiah Simmons. So I think they might also go defense here again.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
thinking
know. I think they're
Gross
going to need a
Matos.
receiving core, and I think did anyone draft Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Who drafted him?
I think it was the Broncos.
Okay. Well then,
I like Gross Matos here as well. Just because since they got Simmons, they already filled up a need at safety / linebacker because you can play both. So I think they go with the D line.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
Yeah,
And
I
then you
agree.
replace that guy.
With
That one's
the
huge.
with the Jaguars losing Calais Campbell in free agency and then wanting to trade Yannick Ngakoue, I feel like you got to replace the D line, heavy D line that you lost, and I think you got to get Yetur Gross Matos at State.
All right. He'll be the pick.
He's going
at
to the
20.
Jags.
Eagles, I believe they go receiver here. I think another receiver goes off the board.
You really think so?
I'm thinking so too. I was thinking Jefferson, but he's gone now.
There
Yeah.
are a lot of receivers on the board though, and all of them are really good picks.
Yeah.
I
So I
actually
don't
like.
know.
Yeah.
If they could afford to maybe give it in the second round, maybe grab a
Yeah.
receiver there.
They may try to trade down. I actually
Yeah.
like this kid, Denzel Mims. I heard he's a pretty good player.
I don't think he's going first round.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
don't
that's the thing though. If they're gonna draft,
Yeah.
they really could afford to wait.
You know what? I think they're gonna go with T. Higgins here,
That's what I was gonna
a
say.
tall receiver, and I
I love Higgins.
think what's his name? Alshon Jeffrey. I think he wants to leave the Eagles, so they may try to pick up T. Higgins to replace him
True.
as like the big guy that will jump up for the ball.
Yeah, I think they go T. Higgins here. In like the sense of, like you said, Alshon Jeffrey already asking to leave the Eagles organization. And then you add in I forgot his name. Oh, Nelson Aguilar, who led the team in drops last year. And with like the Eagles already having a solid foundation, there's not really much that they need other than wide receiver. And I think T. Higgins here is going to us from.
I would say Lavishka, but he got injured recently, and I think he had surgery. I forgot where he got the surgery on, but because of that, I feel like he dropped down to maybe the late first or early second round. So that's why I have T. Higgins going here.
T. Higgins is a solid choice.
So T. Higgins, everyone?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Up next, the Vikings. I think they picked earlier. Nope, never mind. This is
No.
their first time
this-
picking.
They
Trade
have
for the
two
Bills.
picks
They have
though
two
in the
picks
next one.
later.
Yeah, this is the Bills pick.
My pick.
All right.
Yeah.
Now the Vikings, I could see them going corner or receiver, whichever one
I'm
has
seeing them
the
going
better
corner.
player. I'm saying either Lavishka or Jalen Johnson from Utah.
I'm saying Jalen Johnson from the Utah Utes, baby.
I think probably Lavishka would be my pick. I think he's just an all-around better player. You know he's injured.
I feel like they're going to play the board here and take corner just because they're going to have another pick coming up.
True. They do have another
At
pick very
25.
soon.
And they'll realize that I don't think the Patriots are going to take a receiver since they took one last year. And the Saints are fine at receiver. So they're just going to play the board and go with Jalen Johnson here.
Yeah, that's what I think. I feel
Jalen
like.
Johnson, solid pick too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Utah product goes 22 to the Vikings. The New England Patriots.
I think they take an edge. I think they take Epinesa. Even though it's a reach.
I have a
not
question
even
for
out
you
there.
guys. I know who Ryan already picked, but you think
Yeah.
Patriots are going QB first round? Pretty successor.
It's a possibility. I think that's a possibility. They might go.
Who's their backup
quarterback.
quarterback now? Does anyone know?
Currently, it's either Jared Stidham or
Well-
Brian Hoyer.
Like, who can they pick? Yeah, Jordan Love is still on the board. That
So
looks
I'm
Oh,
kind
that's
of
true.
thinking.
enticing. That looks enticing.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. I also kind of like Patrick Queen for them, in my opinion.
Oh, actually, yeah, they lost 2 linebackers in free agency.
Exactly.
So I think they take Patrick Queen, who also could possibly go earlier in the draft, but just because of the board he drops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Patrick Queen, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Next, the Saints.
I don't think that they have a lot of needs. I think they are honestly just going to take the best is available, and right now that's DeAndre Swift. Who's their running back right now?
Alvin Kamara.
Kamara and Latavius Murray. So I don't
Never
think
mind.
they go
they're not
running
going
back.
running
Never
back.
mind. I was wrong. I don't know. I forgot who their running back was. I'm sorry.
I think they're
They're
going to go
better.
Kenneth Murray. I feel like
That's what
they
I was
may go
gonna
him.
say.
I was going to say linebacker as well, but I was going to say Bond. But Kenneth Murray is fine too. I think they
I like
need more
Kenneth
help on
Murray here.
defense, much more on defense than offense, although they're pretty good on both sides, obviously.
Mhm. So we have
I'm
everyone
gonna say
says Kenneth
Murray.
Murray, other
I'm
than
going to say Murray.
how you changed the pick.
Yeah, because they obviously don't need a running back. I didn't know who their running back was. Leave me
All
alone.
right. Here, I think they go Lavishka here. I think he stops sliding,
I agree.
and they take him here.
I'm
What do you
fine
guys
with
say?
that.
Mhm.
Honestly,
agree
I was
with
kind of
that.
thinking wide receiver. Yeah.
Wait, didn't we actually say that they were going to pick a wide receiver this round
Yeah.
because they were going to let him fall?
We'll
Yeah.
be back in editing.
All right, Lavishka.
All right, Tyler.
Back to
weigh
the
in.
Dolphins.
What do they need?
Okay, so I know running back looks enticing here. DeAndre Swift, obviously on the board still. but I know Brian Flores, and he wants to make sure this defense is solid. And
Tyler. His last name is literally Swift, though. He's so fast. They got to
Shut up.
draft him.
I think we go with the best safety on the board with Xavier McKinley, because right now we don't really have good safeties. Like Bobby McCain won't be able to hold it back in the backfield by himself. So I think they're gonna go McKinley here.
I think
Who did they draft? Okay, they drafted Jones before.
Jones and Tua.
Well, I already knew they drafted Tua.
Also, I know the Dolphins brought in J.K. Dobbins in to meet with, so I feel like they like J.K. Dobbins the most. Also, we just picked up Jordan Howard, so I don't really think we really need to pick a running back in the first round. But that's just me.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking they're going to pick. If Swift's still on the board, he is, right?
Yeah, Swift is on the board still.
Swift is
I'm
on
saying
the
they
board.
pick Swift, honestly, because Jordan Howard's not like the answer like for a long term. It's like a 1-2 year thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
So
think
I would say Swift.
Oh, who's going to free agency though next year for like halfback and fullback? Because like you can take a chance, but you don't know because out of college, obviously.
I don't know. I don't think really many running backs who are like stars or considered like long-term answers are usually free agents.
Uh-huh.
Usually they go through their rookie contract and then they're kind of like done. They're not really like
Todd Gurley is
answers.
going to be a free agent next year.
Exactly.
I think the Dolphins go DeAndre Swift here because you get Tua, and then they have a nice receiver in Devontae Parker and a solid tight end coming
I'm a
up.
big fan of Parker.
So I think you give him a nice 1-2 punch with Tua being somewhat mobile. You can also run that RPO, and you take DeAndre Swift here.
All right, so Bird and Ramos, you both say Swift. Kohali, what do you say?
I'm gonna also say Swift here. Sorry, Tyler, but
All right.
I think they're gonna need a running back.
I'll prove you guys wrong on draft day. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Up next, the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I'm gonna pull up. Okay, there's the big board.
I kind of like Blacklock, honestly. I think they need D-line.
Don't really know, huh? I could see Blacklock going here.
I could also
I could
see
them taking
Bond.
a corner.
I could actually see a bunch of picks. Like, I don't know.
Same.
They probably need to focus more on defense than they do on offense, but
Who's their top corner?
Shaquille Griffin.
Griffin?
Yeah,
Do they have another one? Or no?
He's not good, but like
I think they
not
may go
bad.
corner.
I mean, they just lost
Seahawks.
Clowney too, most likely. So that's why I was saying Blacklock.
They went to the same school. I'm gonna say Jeff.
Okay.
What do you
I
got?
agree with Bert here. I think they go Ross Blacklock because Seahawks need a D line, and they're slowly but surely trying to go back up to that Legion of Boom status of being like a feared defense. And when you got to face guys like Kyler Murray and Murray, quarterback, you need it all starts from stopping that mobile quarterback with your D line and getting pressure on him. So I think Ross Blacklock is the guy here.
Okay, cool. Howie?
I'm actually gonna say they take Gladney as well. I like the combo of having two really good cornerbacks. So I think Gladney's probably the better choice for them.
Another coin flip.
It's my favorite part of this podcast is the coin flips. All right. Wait, heads, it's Gladney, tails, it's Blacklock.
Yeah.
All right.
Heads, Gladney it is.
Heads. Okay.
All right. The
Baltimore Ravens. I think Zach Bond finally
I think so
goes.
too. and they're gonna really load up on defense.
I agree.
Yeah, their offense is stacked. So
You don't need anyone with Lamar, literally.
yeah, he's their whole
Just-
offense. All right, Zach Bond.
Oh,
The
Titans.
Tennessee Titans.
well, I actually thought
I guess you can't move. Okay.
the guy I thought was going to go to the Ravens, I think, is since he's still available, I think he's going to go to the Titans. I think I see them going. Well, I thought the Ravens were actually going to get Austin Jackson because Lamar Jackson was second in the league in most times hit. And
Because
with
he
a
runs.
Yeah, he runs a lot.
Yeah, I know, but you still get hit. You want to avoid hit your quarterback, your
You're gonna
prize.
get hit
You
when you
can't
run
do
out
that
of the
though. If you're
pocket.
gonna
Yeah.
run, you're gonna get hit.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it works.
Slide. Like he needs protection.
It's not
But
like
I
Eli
think-
Manning getting hit. It's some guy running around. Like, of course, he needs tackled.
I actually think that in order to make sure, so I'm going to take playoff Ramos's point actually a little bit. If he gets hit a lot, even if it's in the pocket, you need to give him options. So I think they go receiver here, and I think they take
The Titans?
the Titans.
But Lamar Jackson's the quarterback for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Who was I talking about? Fuck.
I was saying, but like
I
what
think
I
they're gonna go defense. I think Ross Blacklock goes to the
Blacklock.
Titans.
Yeah, I think if Blacklock is still there. Sorry, I don't know.
I was
Sorry.
kind of thinking
didn't
Diggs from
sleep last
Alabama,
night.
but I could see Blacklock as well. I was also wondering if they're gonna go wide receiver this year.
Yeah, it's a
But-
possibility.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone says so.
Blacklock,
Miko, I would say
yeah.
Blacklock. Bert said Diggs. Ramos, who'd you say?
yeah, I said I think they go Ross Blacklock here.
All right, Blacklock.
All right.
Next is the Packers. For some reason, it won't let me scroll anymore. Oh wait, I can go this way. All right, we
So
can just look at the names.
Aaron Rodgers is he's getting old.
That's
I
true.
think they draft a QB here.
You want to see the QBs?
Bert's shaking his head. I think they draft Jordan Love. He's still here.
I don't think they're going quarterback.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going quarterback either.
I don't
I
know.
think they think
I
Rodgers
have a
is the
feeling.
answer.
I have a feeling in Jordan Love. That's
I
my pick.
don't think Jordan. Like I definitely.
Well, look.
Here
Think of it
makes
this way,
it
right?
back
He's
there.
Jordan
Yeah, I
Love
think
is
he goes
still-
earlier.
Jordan
top
Love
10,
is
that's why I
still.
was kind of pushing for him to go top 10. But then also, the Packers have their wide receiver core isn't the best. So I think they go Brandon Ayuk out of Arizona State.
You like Brandon Ayuk?
So
I don't feel like Himmler and Rieger are first round caliber players, but Ayuk has been getting that late first round look. And after having a strong last year at Arizona State, I think he's the guy that will fit with Rodgers and give him a guy to go to throw to.
So you're telling me Jordan Love is a second round quarterback?
How you know the
No,
Chiefs
I-
don't take
That's
him?
what I'm hearing because the Chiefs are not going to get him. The 49ers are not going to get him. So who's going to pick him up?
It's a
No,
possibility.
because
He could drop.
I've been pushing for Jordan Love. Who went?
He could go to the Patriots.
Hold up for a sec.
He could go to the Patriots.
How
I
far do you
was
want me to go up?
For
But
Jordan
guess what?
Love.
It's too late. We already chose Patrick Queen for the Patriots.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
still on the board, which means that we're still predicting that he's going to be, if he doesn't go to the Packers, he's going to be a second round quarterback. That's
Low
what you're
key,
predicting.
low key. I think the Raiders may take. Love.
Really? Yeah.
I disagree.
Low key, I could see it happening.
I could not see the Packers taking him though. There's no
Yeah.
way.
I don't know.
I
They think
think
Aaron Rodgers
Oh,
is
how
their
old is
future
Rodgers?
forever.
Is he 36, 37?
Yeah, I think he's 36.
Yeah, he still has a couple of years in him. I don't
He's
know if
getting
they
old.
take a quarterback.
They think he's going
Also,
to those 40 though.
They were like one game away from making it to the Super Bowl.
He's
Yeah.
getting old. It's
So
all
I think
gotta
just
say.
adding another piece to either the offense or defense will improve their chances this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why Jordan Love hasn't gotten taken yet because I think he either goes to pick before Herbert or like.
I think we just forgot
He's not
about
going
Jordan
before
Love.
Herbert.
I think we just forgot about him.
I don't
No,
know,
I just don't see him going anywhere. Really.
but I definitely saw Love going in the top 10. But even though he's still somehow available, the Packers I see going Brandon Ayuk.
I think they go Denzel Mims. I like that guy a lot.
I don't know. I kind of like Diggs still, cornerback, but that's just
All
me.
right, well, that means that we have a 4-way tie because I'm not budging off Jordan Love. I think they're drafting Jordan Love. So
All right,
we have
I'm
a
gonna-
four-way we have
I'm
a
gonna agree
four-way
with
tie.
Ramos then and go with Brandon Ayuk,
Okay.
just so we could make a selection here.
We could do a random number generator 1 through 4.
It's okay. Brandon Ayuk's the
Alexa,
pick. Nope.
pick a number 1 through 4.
The 49ers.
3.
Earlier they
That means
picked
Tyler, so Tyler gets his pick.
Henry Ruggs. So I think they may go offensive lineman to protect Jimmy Garoppolo. I think they go with Austin Jackson here. I think that's the pick for
Did
them.
did he not get taken yet? Oh no, you're right.
No, he's still available.
I said him before, but no one took him. I kind of like Espinoza, honestly.
Oh yeah.
They lost
Espinosa's-
DeForest Buckner, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
But
I would
isn't
say-
Espinoza a defensive end?
I think so. I have to check.
Yeah, he's an
And
end.
Buckner's a
Like,
defensive
you could pair
tackle.
him alongside Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Epineza is
Epineza?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think he goes down this far either. I think he's taken earlier.
I think so too.
I think we just forgot about him.
I think so too.
Just like we did about Jordan Love,
yeah,
who's
sure,
apparently a
okay.
second-round quarterback.
I won't be surprised.
Yeah, that's how it works. So AJ Espinoza, the pick.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Last pick.
He's a first time. Last pick, the Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they just lost Kendall Fuller, so I think Trevon Diggs finally gets taken. Actually, I like Diggs and Taylor here.
I'm thinking the same.
I think
think-
I'm gonna
I'm
go
thinking
defense.
Taylor. Jonathan
think
Taylor's
they'll-
my pick.
I think they'll probably take Diggs, but I kind of want them to take Taylor. They
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
need like a solid running back, and
They
they'd
do
be
need a
sick
running back.
if he went there. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
but I think they go defense
Yeah.
here.
Realistically, I think they go Diggs.
Yeah, I
So
think
wait,
they go
Bert, what
Trevon.
is your pick?
Diggs.
Okay, Ramos?
Diggs.
Diggs. Diggs it is.
Diggs it is.
That's
The
the
last
plan.
pick in the first round.
All right, so
And there we go, folks.
Jordan Love and Jonathan Taylor are second-round players.
Jonathan Taylor is a second round player.
Just how
I
it is.
know, but I don't think we'll see.
It's just how
And
it
Xavier
happens.
McKinley's a first round pick. I don't know how he dropped.
Not
And
every
Grant
draft has
Delpit.
a shit ton of
I think we
QBs,
just
but-
forgot about Grant Delpit as well. He's somewhere here. I don't know where he is.
Right there. You just
Yeah.
had
yeah,
him.
Yeah.
Delpit, Xavier McKinley, Love. Yeah, we got a couple of players.
A few people fell further
Just
than
how
I
it
think they
works.
should
Yeah.
have. But you know what?
But that's just another good player for the Dolphins to snag up in the
Oh
second
my
round.
God. All right, so that's probably
So what
going
were
to
you
end
guys?
it. Oh my
Wait,
God.
what, Ramos?
Go ahead, Ramos.
So like, what did you guys think was like the biggest takeaways of the draft? Like, what did you think were like the biggest shockers in your opinion?
Big issue. Wait, Tyler, pull up the list again. I didn't write it
All
down.
right.
So
I'm sorry.
any bugs might come out.
Want me to just share it again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just share it again.
All right.
All right, good job.
I'm just going to take a picture of it so I have it.
Okay. Yeah, that's the top. I'm gonna have to scroll down a little bit.
Scroll down to where the Vikings are at the top. Or, yeah,
The Vikings are on the top.
Bottom.
there you go, like that. That's fine.
So can you just,
Alright.
when he's done, go up to the top 10.
I got it.
Okay.
My biggest takeaway: a lot of receivers.
Yeah, there are a ton
Yeah.
of receivers that are going to get taken.
But the receivers in this draft today are really good.
I think
Yeah,
this is a really
nice
good
draft.
draft class for receivers as well.
I mean,
Ah.
the biggest takeaways that I noticed were, well, the first like game changer here was I don't, as big as a need as it is for the O line for the Giants, I don't think they go Becton. I still think they go Isaiah Simmons. I don't even think
So
He won't let it go with Simmons.
they don't
It's not
Hey,
happening.
He's gonna keep saying Simmons until the Giants pick.
The Giants are going to pick him in the third round, and we're going to laugh at you, Ramos.
best lineman in the draft.
He's checking here too.
Like, if you think they're gonna go lineman, which I'm telling you they won't, like I'll bet money that they take Isaiah Simmons.
Why?
I will take that bet.
They like, the only linemen they like right now are Tristan Wirfs and Jedrick Wills. So I don't even
And
think
they're
like
all
not
going to be
gonna
available.
try Becton.
Yeah.
So like, if they don't like Becton, those pick one of the other two. Like,
Yeah,
Now-
but like
so they're
also
going to take them.
the biggest reason why I think that they'll take Simmons is recently. So John Mara, the owner of the Giants, has just given Dave Gettleman the general manager, an ultimatum where this season, like at the end of this season, has to be a make or break year or for his job. Like his job's on the line. Offensive linemen aren't like that like solid like they're not like a shiny, like flashy pick.
It doesn't have to be flashy though.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best
I
picks are the
think
ones that are covered in dirt, like the
Daniel
lowest
Jones
ones.
wasn't a shiny pick,
Exactly. That's
That's
other
true.
than being quarterback.
Like I'm telling you, and the Giants, like if you look at like New York Giants, just Google it, you'll always see reports and articles and blogs and insiders about Isaiah Simmons. I think this
Smoke screens.
Ramos.
Smoke screens.
Who did you think the Giants were going to take in last year's draft?
last year's draft,
Yeah.
either Daniel Jones or Josh Allen.
Oh, shut up.
Oh,
You did not think they were gonna take
it was
Daniel
Dwayne
Jones.
Haskins.
Shut up. They
Or
were not
Haskins.
even-
One of
Shut
them.
up.
I don't even think Daniel Jones crossed your mind.
But now I'm glad we didn't take Haskins. No,
Now, anyone have any bold predictions? I actually have one bold prediction that may happen in this draft.
Let's hear it.
Not that is on my mind. Go ahead.
So this might be very bold, but I think there's a possibility the Cincinnati Bengals select Justin Herbert with the #1 overall pick in the draft. That's why I'm calling it a bold prediction.
I think if they take another quarterback besides Burrow, it will be Tua.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
That's why it's my
Herbert
bold
going
prediction.
first.
I think the Bengals. I heard the Bengals coaches really liked Herbert when they saw him at the senior game.
Tyler, that's a Browns thing to do, not a Bengals thing to do.
The Bengals.
Well, I mean, that's what the Giants did with Jones. Didn't
reports came out.
Yeah, but
that
it
they
worked
liked
out pretty
Herbert.
well now, didn't it?
Also, Herbert has, I think, the strongest arm out of the 4 quarterbacks.
they? I agree.
And since
I don't
the
think he's most
Bengals
talented.
play in cold, windy weather towards the end of the season, they're going to need someone with a really strong arm to like, get the ball to zip through the wind. And I think
Back to you.
Herbert.
Sorry.
I think Herbert's the one of the only guys that can do that.
I respect
I don't think
your
Herbert
bold
has
prediction.
I don't think
But
Burrow has a strong enough arm.
Completely disagree with it. I respect
can.
it.
I mean, that's why it's a bold prediction. That's
No,
why I said it was.
Honestly, I get your point about Burrow not having like a stronger arm, and that it would probably be better with Herbert's arm. But I just don't see Herbert going #1 overall.
Yeah, no.
You're not
Another
supposed to. Bold predictions, you're not supposed to see it happen.
another shocking thing though that like I noticed from like the draft real quick before I jump to a bold prediction is I'm still shocked about how Jordan I'm shocked about Isaiah Simmons falling. I'm also shocked, probably more shocked that Jordan Love fell. I don't
Me
know.
too. Me too. I'm
What
pretty
happened?
shocked.
I was pushing for him to go, but there's not really much we can say. It's over, no looking back. So, but like the bold prediction that I have is not as bold as Tyler's because I don't know where that came
The
from.
bold prediction is the Giants draft Jordan Love in the second round. He becomes the backup quarterback to Daniel Jones.
Hey, Ramos, isn't your Simmons prediction pretty bold though?
No, I think it's confirmed. Like I'll
It's not, I don't think
it's
it's.
pretty bold.
It's not really a bold prediction
It's not bold, but like
because you
it's
could see it
stupid.
happening.
prediction, and this is bold in some like
Gettleman is notoriously idiotic, so it's possible.
Maybe he should auto draft.
no, he's a good drafter. He can't sign free agents. He can't trade for players. Like he always gets fleeced in the deals. I'll give him he's a good drafter. But no, it's a bold pick, so I don't know how right it can be. But I think Washington is leaning towards Chase Young, but I wouldn't put it past them drafting Tua because they got a new coach in Ron Rivera.
No.
And they want to
No
run new offense. Bro, I'm telling you, like
I think they pick up Cam Newton.
They don't.
Because Ron Rivera has
They
history.
have
with them.
Haskins and Kyle Allen, and Ron Rivera coached Kyle Allen. There's no way they're gonna have three QBs who
Did,
might be able to
didn't they
start.
trade for Kyle Allen?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
No,
don't think they
there's
pick him
no.
up.
Like, they can.
Bold prediction: the Dolphins trade for the first pick and still draft Tua.
I don't know. I think if we trade up to number 1, we're taking Burrow. But from what I heard, the Dolphins are content with either taking Tua or Herbert. It's just whichever one falls to them at 5.
Right. What if both of them are taken?
Well, for that to happen, then I would say either Simmons or Derek Brown gets chosen. Or we go with the best offensive tackle, which is probably Becton or Wirfs.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been our version of a mock draft.
Yep.
So thank you for coming to the inaugural podcast of Locker Room Talk. It will be out whenever it's out. And have fun in quarantine because we got to make the best of
Yeah,
what we
we're all
got.
stuck here.
So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
See you later.